Hey USG fam, welcome back to another video. Hope all is well. Today is January 8th. For context of date stamp, we are here today starting the first seeds of the season 2026. Excited is the word that we are going to be using. So we have a layout here of a bunch of stuff, and we are going to be talking about it. So welcome, beverage of choice. Sit down, hang. We're going to chill for a little bit. We are going to bring you around for everything, but we will bring you in and out just to, update you on the things that we are going to be doing, because we've been doing this season to season, and how I do and how I tell you. This is my garden journal, and I just bring you guys, my friends, in to let you know on what we doing and how we doing it. Every year we try to do it the same, but we change, we tweak, we do this. Things work, things don't work, and we learn from you guys and all that good stuff. So we are in the basement as usual. We've been in the basement growing consecutively for I think 2 to 3 years. So it works. We make it work, and if it don't work, we're gonna figure it out. So here we are. We are going to be trying our hands again at some onions. Never successful, but maybe 2026 is our year. So, let's cross our fingers. We're going to be using these Dollar Tree contraptions again. Last year, what we did was we put some soil in these things, and we're going to do the same thing again. I don't know if we poke some holes in these. We might do that this year. Last year, we did not. But this year we might. The ones that we used last year we tossed. So this year we got new ones. But these I brought last year because I brought an abundance of them. So here we are. Not that we had to spend any extra money to get them. We have these little guys. We brought these last year. I brought a lot of them, and these are the ones that I used the last year. They were washed. This is the way I collapsed them and put them away. So we are going to be using the same ones I used last year, and the ones that were purchased last year, they're still in their plastic because apparently I don't grow that much. I thought I did. I do think I still do, but I didn't need that much. So the other ones are just sitting, chilling over there. If God forbid these break, I have extra, but so far so good. Our seeds are there. We will discuss that in a few. We have our little plastic taggies here. Last year I said I need to buy some more, but I have not gone onto Amazon and gotten them yet. So far we are doing okay. I don't need them yet, but this year I might get them for the next season. This brings 1,000 pieces, but I do recycle them, as you see here, if I remember. Usually the recycling happens when I am transplanting. I just take a Ziploc bag with me, and if I remember, like I said, I'll take like a snack size Ziploc, and I'll try to I'll put them in here by priority, like meaning tomatoes with tomatoes, peppers with peppers. It is tedious, so it is very easy to just be like garbage. But as you see the videos, you'll see what I mean, moving forward. So what I am planning to hopefully do, since my 10 by 20s are outside, we are having unseasonably warmer weather. Today it'll be in the low 50s, so I can technically go out there, but right now it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to go out there because it's not 50 degrees yet. It won't be 50 till about 12 o'clock, and it's not 12 o'clock. So what I am trying to do right now is good old Temu was trying to sell me this for 10 by 20. We know this ain't no 10 by 20. So these two, and this is what that what I showed you actually, when it's uncollapsed, turns into these things are amazing. They were a little expensive. I forgot how much I got them for, to be honest. I can show you what the packaging looks like, but they were, they were pretty good last year, and I loved them because to put them away was really easy. So in this, which they sold it to me in this packaging here, DK 10 by 20 was not 10 by 20, and yes, I did get refunded. So here, both of them actually fit very nicely and snug. So that's what I'm going to be putting them in, because I do bottom water and bottom feed when they are ready to be fed fertilizer. I think I'm going to retry my hand at soil blocking. I really haven't been too successful with this, so I'm not going to sit here and lie, but I do have the mini blocker. I also have the bigger one that these are inserted into, so we'll try that for the Lisianthus, and that's another video when I'm getting ready to do those flowers. So I have my kettle here. This kettle I use for tea. I also use this to make my husband's French press coffee. So I'm going to turn you guys around. So I have another video on the channel that all videos are going up a little bit probably wonky, so I do apologize in advance. This is from, what is it, Back to Roots, I think it is. This is what they are calling, I think this is mainly like either cocoa coir or peat moss. This really has no life or anything in it. I don't know if they're calling it like a potty mix or like a seed something. I did show it in a video. I might put this bone meal in there just because I'm trying to clean up the basement, and there's really like nothing much in here. Not that it really needs it. You don't have to put anything into the soil. The seeds have whatever nutrition they need to, break free and, supply for at least the first week or two, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to be adding this perlite just for aeration. And again, there's not much in here, so I just want to get rid of it. The same thing with this. It's sitting in this tote and I need to get rid of it. So I just might use this. Not might, I am going to be using this to get started. What I originally brought to seed start is this back toe. The back toe I brought because it was the cheapest thing in the market when I needed, supposedly, soil to start my seedlings. I start seedlings in anything. It really doesn't matter. And I've used pretty much every company that I could think of underneath the sun. From Miracle Grow, a lot of people don't like them. I don't care. They've done good by me. I've used Happy Frog, Happy whatever, Fox Farm. I've used Sun Grow. I've used a black something. I've used them all, and I haven't had a problem. The biggest problem here is fungus gnats, and I think with every single company that I just named, whether I named them right or named them wrong, I've experienced fungus gnats. And the easiest thing that I can do is try to boil my soil. And this technique I've learned from Gary at the Rusted Garden, and I follow this to a T. I do this every year. This boils my water down to or up to 212 Fahrenheit. I put that in there. I put a couple of these things boatload, and I just let it sit there. I let it cool down, and then I go ahead and fill these guys up. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the background as we go ahead and talk about like the seeds that I'm going to be starting in this video. In this video, we're going to be doing herbs, onions, and a couple of other stuff. The flowers is going to be in another video, but I'll let you know that as we go, but the setup is pretty much going to be the same. So I'm probably going to end up adding a little bit of the back dough in here, because what I want to do is have all of this ready, so when I'm getting ready to start the flowers and all of that good stuff, because everything is going to be pretty much the same. I also have to set up some of these labels. I do have some labels already set up, which is a good thing for me, because you know, back self me is helping future self me right now, so I'm like excited at least about that. I usually have my little dibblers, my garden marker. I love this garden marker. They don't know who the heck I am, but this thing is amazing. Like I said, I've had these tags for a couple of seasons already, and I've written it with this marker. And I mean, these things have been sitting out there, you know, in the sun and watered and all that stuff, and there you go. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I can't sit here and lie to you. So let me get organized, and I will put you guys here and we will go ahead and continue with this. As you can see, my husband's sneaker collection. All right, guys, so let's get ahead into the nitty gritty. And yes, I am a gardener that wears gloves. Like, guys, you can't tell me that you don't look at this and tell me you don't get excited. Look how pretty that looks. Now, you saw what I showed you in the beginning, right? Like, look what's in the garbage. We had the perlite. I put some bone meal, not that I needed it, and some blood meal. And I added the back toe, like I said. And look at that. That's gorgeous. And I ran both of my hands through it. Now, the back dough did have some bark that, you know, had to be broken down. That is obviously, you know, removed. As like I speak, you can see one right here. If I find it, I just toss it, because you don't want that in your seed starting mix. You know, that comes with the territory. You know, even if it says seedling mix, I still find stuff like that, you know, in my seedling mix, and that's fine. But this here, that looks beautiful. You can see what the back to roots, that's like a cocoa core peat moss mix. You can actually still, I'm making a mess. You can actually still see that in here. And mind you, this is still dry. It's not wet. So I'm going to wet this now. And while this cooks, which is like, you know, Gary says, you know, you're cooking your soil. While this cooks, I'm going to label my tags, and we're going to talk about the seeds that we're going to be starting today. All right, so it's been a while, but I'm back, and I haven't really touched any of this. I was supposed to be making tags, but life has been lifing, laundry, trying to cook, whatever. Anyways, long story short, none of it pertains to what I'm doing here. Anywho, so we're gonna discuss what I have here in front. So the goal for this video is cold weather crops, herbs, onions. That's the goal right now. And I've been editing videos for 2025, and it seems that because of life situations, which, knock on wood, which is going to be my head and it's not wood, I started my peppers January 31st, which is going to be happening soon. I usually start peppers February, which seems to be, is going to be a piggyback situation. Right after this is going to be the perennial flowers. So it looks like I'm going to be starting things very, very back to back. I might be a little late on this. Doesn't seem to be. I mean, it's 28th today. I think I already said that. So, anyways, moving along. I usually don't do too much cold weather crops because if you know me, you know me. I really can't stand the cabbage looper moth, whatever in the world it's called. I don't do sprays, powders, all that stuff, whatever that is. Not because I'm an organic gardener. I don't consider myself that, but I just choose not to do that. I don't have time for all of it. So what I'm planning to try again is broccoli. My family loves broccoli. I read the back, and what I've heard from, I think, broccoli rabe or broccoli rapini is that it's supposed to be quicker. You don't have to wait for the head to come to fruition. So we're gonna try a few. These are from Baker Creek or rareseed.com, and this one is broccoli rapini. These are supposed to be flavorful and kind of asparagus-like spring shoots. So they're supposed to come to fruition quicker, which is a good thing. So I can harvest them quicker. This one here is a Chinese broccoli. I'm not going to try to pronounce that because definitely I already butchered enough stuff as it is. This one comes to fruition in 55 days. So really, really good. This one here is early purple sprouting broccoli. I've seen this one on the tube and it looks beautiful. It says it's buttery soft with a nutty flavored overwintering broccoli from the UK, and it grows unprotected in zones 7B and warmer. I am 7B. I'm not overwintering anything. I don't have greenhouses or stuff like that. I wish I had the space for something like that. And the last one is broccoli calabrese, green sprouting. This one is an Italian heirloom, and it was brought to America. 5 to 8 inches heads and many side shoots, and it looks like that. So we'll see. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. So that's all that I'm doing once it comes, I think, to cold crops. I think, right? Yeah. So I also will be doing celery. My daughter loves celery with peanut butter. What is that? Logs? I don't know. Listen, I don't know the terminology minus the ants on a log. There we go. Minus the raisins. She learned that in camp. So yeah, so we're going to try these. My understanding with this is that you're supposed to just sow them and put them on the top because they need light to germinate. So we're going to be trying our hands on that. We tried that last year and I don't think I was super successful, but I do grow celery hydroponically, and hydroponically we were always successful. I was successful transferring a hydroponic celery out to soil, and it did really good. I don't know if it's still out there. We would have to check. Artichoke. I want to grow artichoke. Last year, my husband expressed an interest that he actually loves artichoke. Who knew? I've been with this man for 20 something years. I never knew he loved artichoke. Anyway, the whole point of this is that it's a perennial, and I love anything and everything that's perennial. Well, I'll probably take that back. I don't want to eat my words. But if you don't harvest these guys, the flower is beautiful. I watched Kevin at Epic Gardening, and he also has botanical interest. I've never brought anything at botanical interest. The seeds, which, I mean, I've gone to the website and I've shopped around, looked, window shopped, but I've never actually purchased a seed yet. It'll pique my interest one day. But I watch a lot of his videos. I'm always watching his videos, and I love the flowers. I don't know which one of these he grows, if he grows any of these, but when his artichokes open that he doesn't harvest is a beautiful purple flower. Now, I don't know if it's any of these, but I'm interested. I grew these last year, and for whatever reason, I killed it. I don't know. They came to fruition. They grew beautifully, but they never made it out to the garden. I don't know what I did. And then I tried to restart them, but you know, I don't know what it was. So I am doing the Colorado Red Star and the Green Globe, and they are both from Baker Creek. So yeah, I don't know where the... I think, I have the tag for both of them, I think. All right, so once it comes to onions, I want to grow a mess of them. Where am I going to put them? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to put any of this because I have garlic all over the place. And you can watch the video of the variety of garlics and all of that mess on the channel. Garlic, onions. They are all from M.I. Gardner except the leek. That one is from Baker Creek seeds. We have Walla Walla. And don't ask me day, long, short, blah, blah. I think I fall in the category of long day onions, but I'm just growing, I think, what's popular and storage wise. I can look them up later on, but it seems like M.I. Gardner did the homework for me, because in the back it says LD, so this is a long day onion. So that's Walla Walla. We have red Geneva. Beautiful, short and squatty, also a long day. And you have the map right there. It tells you how to sow it, full sun, cold tolerant, and the storage is 3 to 6 months on this guy. Red ruby to me, it looks like the ones that you would find in the supermarket. Also another long day. Sow a quarter deep, full sun, and cold tolerant. This one does not give me the storage. White sweet Spanish. That one just looks gorgeous. I've never actually brought this one in the supermarket, but also a long day. Sowing 1/4 deep, full sun, cold tolerant, and the storage on this one is 2 months. I mean, stating that, you know, you pull it up right, it breaks its neck, and you dry it correctly and all that stuff. Red burgundy. This is a short day. So 1/4 inch deep, full sun, cold tolerant, and also the storage is 2 months. And then this one is from Baker Creek, and this is the Leek Autumn Giant. I've never been able to grow leek. Supposedly healing, all that stuff, because what you want is the white, and the more white that you get, the better off. I don't know if you can eat the greenery. I would have to search that up, but I was able to get my hands on leeks at one point through my mom. I made an amazing leek soup, and my husband fell in love with leeks. Since then, you know, I haven't been able to get my hands on leeks. I don't buy them, but if I was able to grow them, that would be exceptional. So my plan with that is, I think I already said that, is to grow them in this, because you can sow them, you know, together and then separate them. So that's the plan on that. So a mess load of onions. Last year we were actually successful with bulbing them up tiny like that. My husband was very excited. He actually planted them out, whatever we got. But some of them gave us little bulbs, but that's as far as we got. So we'll see. herbs. I'm sorry, I'm listening to the upstairs because my kids are headed out to work. My son already left, and I think my daughter's on her way out as well. So herbs, what we are doing is we have a mess of people. You know, we have things from eBay and things from I don't know where, from M.I. Gardner. So, and some of these are very old, but we are gonna try them anyway because we gotta use what we have. And we are gonna be doing probably a couple of seed hauls in the near future because we went into M.I. Gardner, we went into Baker Creek, and we also went into Johnny's to replace some seeds. So stay tuned to that. All right, so we are going to be doing basil, and this one is the Mammoth basil. We are going to be doing the Genovese. This one is from Baker Creek. We are going to be, these are all from M.I. Gardner. As you can see, I buy most of my seeds from M.I. Gardner because it's just amazing. $2 a pack, you can't beat. We're going to be doing lime basil. We are going to be doing Leisure split cilantro. I hope I'm saying that right. Calypso cilantro. And these, I'm probably, I don't know if I'm going to be putting them outside. I'll probably try them outside. My cilantro I usually grow hydroponically as well because cilantro just bolts on me. The minute I put it outside, it just doesn't make any sense. So we have 2 chamomiles, Roman and German. Roman is supposed to be a perennial, and chamomile is supposed to be the annual, the one that you plant every year. I don't know if they taste different. I don't know why I want to say that I heard it does in tea, but I could be wrong. Sorry about Alexa. My daughter just left to work. Lemon balm, medicinal, and lemon basil. All right. Whoops. There's too much. All right, and over here we have oregano. This one says it's Greek. This one, I'm not sure. This one is from 2016, so you know that I'm gonna put all of this all over the place. And then this one says just regular oregano. This one says it's Cuban oregano, and I'm sure this one's hella old. So we're just gonna have some good old fun time with oregano. We have thyme seed. I do have a thyme plant out there, and she's gorgeous. Hopefully she made it through this winter. December was crazy. It was cray, and I know that I'm not gonna sit here and complain about my 22-degree nights because I was watching people in Alaska a couple of videos last night, and they would talk about -50. So I'm not gonna sit here and complain. Thyme, more thyme, and this is an eBay seed. Don't know who I got it from, but I'm sure it's old as time. Literally. Utah celery, and it says tall. Again, I don't know who I acquired that from. Garlic chives, also probably another eBay seed. These are things that I probably have to get rid of. This is also another eBay seed, and it says culantro. I think I got this one also from eBay and or Amazon, and this is probably a story that I was desperate for culantro, which is recao, which is oh my god, what are we calling this in English now? Oh my god, I forgot what we call it, but this is way before M.I. Gardner carried the seed, and I got desperate and I paid a hell of money for it. And you know, now I can get it at M.I. Gardner, so it is what it is. Now I don't need it, but that's also another old seed. This seed is old as well. It's from 2016. and it said it was tested in September 2015. It was 215 seeds. Don't know who packaged this at all, but it's Genevieve's basil. That's why I'm telling you guys. It seems like I don't throw away seeds at all. So I don't know. Do I want to waste my time and start it? I don't know, but it's there. But if I have the seeds that are newer, I'm obviously gonna do that one instead. We have more oregano here, and this seed company is oh my god, even with my glasses I can't tell who is this from. Oregano Republic. This is from Miami, Florida. This is from Organo Republic. That's the company, because I also have thyme from them. We got spinach, Giant Noble. I don't know why I can't grow spinach. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with spinach, but we're gonna try again. Italian parsley, rosemary. Need to grow rosemary. I also have it from M.I. Gardner, and then we just have regular old chives. I have a chive plant out there that I was supposed to give to my sister. She never came to pick it up. It's just been sitting out there for who knows how long, and she has been kicking for a while. I don't know last year if she kicked the bucket or she's still out there. I know that I usually just go ahead and just every couple of months I just like chop. This is during the summer season. We'll see if she came back this summer. If not, I mean, every year I sow chives. I would like to have garlic chives. That is so hard for me to grow though, for whatever reason. Every time that I try, it just gets moldy. So I don't know whether it's in soil or if it's in hydroponically. So I don't know. So the setup, like I said, is going to be this. This is going to be for the seedlings, whatever seeds it is that I'm going to sow. And if it's for the onions, the setup is going to be this. I think I wanted to put holes in this, but if I put holes in this, I would have to put it here. And I think that should be fine, because if I put it here, do two of them fit? Let me see. Two of them might fit. Yeah, two of them might fit here if I put holes in them, because I don't want them to be waterlogged. So we'll see what happens. If not, then I will leave them without holes and we'll see what happens. But this is going to be the setup. And then I have the heat mat set up. I hope to just use 2 levels in that little grow room setup that I have over there. We'll see what happens, because shortly after this I have to start my perennial flowers. And then, like I said, in 2 weeks or less, or 2 weeks around, the peppers. The good thing is that right after that, I will have a good window and I won't have to start tomatoes. I started my tomatoes last time in March. I think the mark was March 1st, but I think I started them a little too early. I think I want to start them the middle of March this time. So we'll see. But let me get these tags going and then I'll bring you guys back. All right, so I have labeled everything at this point, and I'm at the point we're on the pretty much floor. We're at the point that we are going to start filling everything. So this has been watered with the boiling water, so I cooked it technically to repeat myself, and it is nice and hydrated. You can make a fist and it clumps, as you saw, and it does break apart easily without a problem. Water does not come out of it, but it does hold, like pretty much I call it like brownie batter consistency, but you know, I don't know, whatever. You do you. So at this point, I'm going to start filling these guys. I've done this on the channel plenty of times. What I usually like to do is, you know, fill it like this. Do a quick fill like that, clean it up. I like to take my thumb and just kind of press it down just lightly, not too hard. I'm just pretty much just trying to remove air pocket because you want that seed to have nice contact with the soil. Also, when you wet it, you don't want your seed to sink down and kind of lose your seed in there, and then you don't have germination. You're wondering where in the world your seed went, right? And then run through it again and just kind of fill it in. I like to kind of just rub it. If you want, you can go ahead and tap it as well, and you can see right there it'll sink back in again just with the tap motion. And pretty much just clean it up, and right there I have these 12 ready for planting. We can go ahead and do that one more time. Go in with my thumb, just run it one time, just a quick packing. Tap down, and another quick run. And just like that, I'll put it right over here. And just like that, I have 24 cells that are ready for seeds. So I'm going to probably do, I haven't counted, to be honest. I just went on autopilot doing the tags. So I'll probably do maybe 3 or 4 of these. And then I'll meet you back over at the table. All right, fam. In between life and we staying consistent. All right, this is what I have left of soil so far. This is what I just made, showing you the method I just showed you. That's what is looking like for the onions. We're about to start putting seasoned soil. Is about to be on and popping. It's about to look and get real. If I have any left over, was about to start flowers. I was already said that. That is definitely going to be for flowers. Don't know if we's going to have any left over for the peppers. If anything, I have the same mixture for the peppers when I'm ready to start that, which will be soon. So let's get all of this. Let's get this mess in there. All right, so we are back and in business. I think I'm fixing to do the onions first. What do you guys think? I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so let's do this. I think the onions are the easiest thing to do on this table. And table messy. I've been cleaning in between. I got a garbage can next to me, and the broom is my best friend right now. I guess the leaves is the first thing I picked. So I found this, and this is actually like a little seed starter. Also on Temu, famous on Amazon as well. This is like an insert. This is supposed to, it takes one of these plastic things and it goes in here as well. It's like this, its own, can you see these things popping out? Oh my God, look at this. This is why I love this too. Can you see them popping out? Like when it's ready, it just pops out like that. They're popping out prematurely because I'm like messing with them. Anywho, whatever. And it brings a little dome, and you know, you can vent it like that. Now it comes like with light and all that shebang. I didn't buy it obviously with the light. I brought it when it first came out like that. But anywho, the whole point is that they work. They do what they do, but you know, sometimes things are gimmicky, but I digress. But I ran out of the little dollar ones, so I was like, where am I gonna put my leeks? So I was gonna put them in a regular pot, but then I found, you know, I remembered I had these. Obviously this is way much sturdier, so it is what it is. I'm not putting holes in them. I decided not to. So I'm gonna put the leeks in here. It serves the same purpose. So I'm thinking the little evil person in me wants to just sew all of them and see what happens, because like it doesn't make sense to just like sew 10. Like what am I going to do with that, right? The only problem with that is that, I mean, with the MI Gardener Seeds, it doesn't matter to me because they're $2 a pack. The only problem with that, I mean, I don't remember how much this was. I don't see it being more than $4. Now they are 2024 seeds, so you know, if I don't sow them all, then next year they're going to be 3 years old. So you know, the whole community is like, oh my god, you know. Mind you, I just showed you a packet that's like from like 2026, so like, does it really matter to me? No. But you know, the community will probably be like, oh my god, poo poo. Anywho's, whatever. It doesn't say if like an approximate of how many seeds are in here. Maybe, maybe not. No, yeah, minimum 200 seeds. I really don't want to put all of them in here. Half of me, part of me wants to put half of them. I'm just sprinkling them. That was more than half. And what I'm doing right now is kind of just tampering them down. I don't know if they need light to germinate or if they need to be covered. I don't recall, honestly. And should I read up on them? Maybe. I'm also, my TV's making a weird noise. So if you heard that, that was my TV. I'm also going to spray them down. What I can do is, in case if they do need to be covered, I can sprinkle them with a little bit of vermiculite as well. And you know, vermiculite really lets the light through in case if they need to be covered. You know, I should like research it and see, because I've had so much issues with onions. I mean, I know this is not an onion, it's in the same family, so I've heard. So that's leek. I'm gonna do the same thing with the onions, so I won't keep you guys here. And like I said, it has its dome. And it's cute because at least with this one, at least with this one, the name fits, so I can, you know, close it up. Moisture will stay there. I could put it in the heat mat and hopefully it'll force germination quicker. I don't know if onions need heat or not to do quicker germination, but you know, that's the leek. And I'll do the same thing with all the other ones. So let me finish them up. I'll show you at the end what they all look like, and then we'll proceed to these seeds. All right, guys, so look at them. Look at them. Look at them. They're all there. They're all cute. Look how cute they look. They look so cute. Now, these three over here, there's no margin for error, because those packages of seeds only has 75 and they got used all up. So prayers for them. If that don't work out, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. These over here, I used a little over half of the package, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If it don't work out, I get discouraged. I throw in the towel. So we'll see. We'll see in the garden tours. You'll see what happens. Every year I do the same thing. Every year I start out this way, and we'll see what happens. We're gonna move on over here to what you can't see, which is right here, as I bring you down, and we're gonna start over here now. We got our dibblers, our best friends. We're gonna start making holes. Some of these things are surface sewn, some of the things are not. Some things are a quarter inch deep. So we're just gonna start having fun and get it started, because this, you know, the onions was the easiest thing, but we just gonna, you know, get it started, because if we don't, we're gonna be here forever. You know how it is. But I did ask, I'm gonna call it Amazon, because if I don't call it Amazon, I'm gonna trigger it. And she did say, thank God, I did surface sew it. The onions are surface sewn, so thank God I did do it that way, because the Lord knows I would have done it backwards. So we are gonna start off with the artichoke. I think I want 2 of these, 2 of each. And what do we do here? 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Not that I know what that is. Oh, these are pretty big. I think I'm just gonna do one in each. And I'm gonna plant 2 of each. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I want 2 of each. So we are starting off with the green globe, and these are from 2005, and like I said, they're Baker Creek. Should I put 2 seeds in each hole? That's what I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna put 2 seeds in each hole and then see what happens. And we're just gonna pray to Jesus. Is it 1/4 inch? Is it 2 quarter? I don't know. May the Lord distinguish what it is. But we're putting 2 seeds in each hole, and then we can just prune out whatever happens. That's how we are. I'm a risky gardener. I'm the person that likes to say I'm a lazy gardener, but then at the same time, I could be a lot of hands-on. So we'll see. My husband today told me that he wants to go out to the garden today. As we do some of these, I'm gonna, you know, talk a little bit, just to let you know what we'll probably be doing outside today, just a little bit. If you're interested, just to let you know. We're gonna move on to the broccoli. These are tiny, 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 tiny. These little balls, I like to call them. I'm gonna most likely take off my gloves for this, because these seeds are small. He wants to, I think I've mentioned this before in the channel, if you watch any of my videos. He wants to move the raspberries. So it being, these are 2024 seeds, so they should still be viable. I'll probably put 2 or 3 seeds in here. I think that was 1 too many. And just because they're really, really, really small. And he wants to move it to a different bed. He wants to move it to the bed in the corner. This Chinese broccoli, I want 2 plants of them. So we're gonna see if we do that today. I think I said that, did I say that in the beginning of the video? I don't recall. This video is way too long, and I hope that you guys stay along and watch. I call this the fun part. We're gonna do 2 of the early purple sprouting as well. Once the legwork is done, everything else moves pretty smoothly. Look how tiny these things are. And the thing is that everything that's in the Brassica family looks the same way. Cabbage, kale, cauliflower, all of it. And then once I'm done with this, I will mist it with my mister right here on the top, just to make sure that it has good contact with the soil. And then maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, I will bottom water. Because I try to encourage roots to start growing down immediately. Immediately. And then celery. Celery is surface sown because it needs light. So we are going to press it in. And all of these varieties were from Baker Creek. So this first 12 cell was all Baker Creek. Look how tiny these are. Can we appreciate how something so yummy starts from something so tiny? Yes, I lost a couple of seeds there. It's okay. There's plenty. And these are going to be surface sown because they need light to germinate. And it's amazing. Oh, I got stuck. How it smells exactly like celery. I will press it in just to make sure that it has contact with the soil. And yes, I am sowing plenty. So just press it in. Make sure I don't pick up any on my finger. Just to make sure that they stay intact. And this one is, like I said, it's Utah Tall. And guys, that is the first tray. Water this one in first. And just make sure that the spray is not too aggressive. Just a fine mist. Let's pick it up on its side. Just want to make sure I don't wet my other seed packages. You know, usually I do this at the end when they're all ready. But, you know, just because I'm doing this first cell with you guys, I'm just showing you. Just a good mist, just to, you know, make sure it gets down to where that seed is. And that's about it. Just to make sure it, like, settles the first couple of inches of soil. And that's it. And that's how I do it, guys. Pretty simple. That's it. I'm gonna move into the herbs now. All right. Oh my God, the longest video I think I probably recorded. We are finally here. Jesus. Ugh. I am exhausted, and these are just the first seeds of 2026. My God. If the rest of the season is going to be like this, I am probably going to go bald. So here we are, 2 levels. I mean, they're not fully taken over. I mean, the onions and the leeks, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I can always push these back and double up on the heating pads and, like, you know, fully take this up here. So I always have space. I don't use this. This is just storage. So like here you can actually see what I'm trying to say. Like I can always like push this back and double up on the heating pad. So yeah, so I have space here for an extra 9, which I will be planting, like I said, my perennial flowers. So that's what I will start off here. But I was able to finish. It's too soon for basil, but I will start it indoors and transplant up into pots, and it'll be like a kitchen garden in the interim. Rosemary, like I said, culantro, which is recao, the chives and stuff like that. The chamomile is in there, the lemon basil, stuff like that. Some of that stuff I have on my hydroponic and all that other stuff. We have the artichokes, the broccoli, the celery, the oregano, some parsley, the chamomile, the thyme, you know, the woodier stuff, the stuff that perennializes and comes back every year. I've had issues with these stuffs. I don't know why I can't get them to perennialize here. Either I hack it back too much, I don't leave enough, because you know I do dehydrate these stuff and I hack them back very heavily. I say this all the time in multiple videos. I don't only just grow for me, I grow for my sister, my neighbor as well. My husband takes to his job. And you know, it is what it is. So as much as I want these things to perennialize, sometimes they're just treated as annuals, and it is what it is. So you know, what can you do? But here it is. Here's a start to it. Hope all goes well. I know a bunch of you guys have already started, are way ahead of me, and that's okay. You know, I'm gonna catch up to you guys eventually. So we are gonna go ahead and start our flowers, our perennial flowers. That will be hopefully the next video coming up. If they don't show up one after the other and one shows up in front, it is what it is. We are just trying our hardest here just to, you know, start pumping out videos, whether they are in order or they are not. Listen, just enjoy them. As usual, guys, I hope you're enjoying the content that is coming out of our channel, and from us, we are going to try to make a bigger presence in 2026. That is hopefully our resolution from us to you guys. You know, if anything, make sure you keep us consistent, check up on us, as hopefully we can do the same. And as always, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and help us grow this channel so we can hopefully get to our goal to get monetized. As always, we love you. Stay blessed, and we will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.